Welcome back. 1-1 yesterday. I've got 3 picks and 3 leans today in the NBA. Big channel news at the end of this and some updates. But let's get into the picks. 3 of them. Jimmy Butler under 11.5 rebounds/assists. Indiana Pacers plus 7.5 versus the Bucks. And a same game parlay for Giannis, Lillard, Middleton, and Haliburton. I'll get into that one a little bit later. But let's start off with Jimmy Butler under 11.5 rebounds and assists. We are 4-1 betting under 11.5 rebounds and assists this year for Jimmy Buckets. He's under this line all year, and the books aren't really changing it. I kind of get it tonight since they're playing the Hornets, but earlier this year he still went under versus them. He's under 11.5 rebounds plus assists in 15 out of 19 played games this year, Jimmy Buckets. My second pick is Pacers plus 7.5 versus Milwaukee at Milwaukee. Maybe I'm missing something here, but the Pacers have beaten the Bucks twice this year, once at home earlier this season, and then 2 games ago in Milwaukee. They've won on an average by 6 points per game versus the Bucks. I don't see any real big injury changes in the two teams here. I'm going to take my chances betting a team to cover 7.5 points versus a team they're 2-0 against this year and just beat 2 games ago. Pacers plus 7.5. I'd probably play it down to 5.5 or 6. And finally, a same-game parlay. It's minus 107 on FanDuel right now. Giannis, 30-plus points. Lillard, 20-plus. Chris Middleton, 10-plus. And Tyrese Haliburton, 20-plus. Giannis is averaging a crazy 46 points per game versus the Pacers in 2 games this year. And he's 12-3 for this line in his last 15 games. Damian Lillard is averaging 25 points per game this year and is 14-3 through this line in those last 17 games. Third leg, Chris Middleton is averaging 20 points per game versus the Pacers and is 15-2 on this line in his last 17 games. And finally, the Pacers All-Star Tyrese Haliburton is averaging 29 points per game in away games and 28 points per game in his 2 games versus the Bucks this year. He's 15-3 in his last 18 games for this line. So that's it for my 3 official picks. Keontae George under 15.5 points is a lean. A common take on the channel, but the rookie's starting to heat up, I think. He came off a 30-point career-high game last night. He still is only averaging 11 points per game, which is the draw. He's 19-4 under 15.5 points this year. So if you can get the line there, it might be worth taking it. I just want to see how he responds after dropping 30 points. Since he's a rookie, we haven't seen how he's going to do the next game yet. The second one is Zion Williamson under 24.5 points. He's averaging less than 23 points per game this year, but he's super hard to predict. He could drop 10 points today or 30. I mean, it's too difficult to tell. I personally think Zion is out to make a point right now since it came out that the team asked him to go on a diet, and he said basically no, I'm not going to do that, and then proceeded to drop 36 points. I think he's trying to show, hey, I can score and eat how I want to eat. But apparently he sprained his left ankle, which would be very impactful for his style of play, which is the number one reason I would take his under today. And so that's it for my 3 picks and my 2 leans. Now some channel updates. These are important, so I'd stick around for an extra few seconds if you got it. After a lot of thinking on how to do a giveaway every week, I believe I've found a way, and I'll be explaining that in an upcoming video very soon once I get all the details hammered out. So be sure to sub and check back in a few days to see how that could go. At least one time a week for the foreseeable future, there'll be a giveaway. Also, people have asked me to make a Discord, so that's coming quick and all sorts of cool and unique stuff for my Discord members. I have to learn how to use Discord first. But more giveaways and stuff like that will be for the Discord members until my YouTube channel is eligible for memberships. I'm not at the requirements yet, but once I am, I will offer equal giveaway and perks on both. So that's it tonight. 3 picks, 2 leans, some news. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.